And today will actually be pretty brief since you're the only one. I'll show you some free stuff that's available. Microsoft Office, Symantec antivirus, which you can download on your computer.
On the Mac? For Mac
Yeah,
or?
I'm pretty sure there's a version for Mac, and we'll look at that to confirm that. I'll log into the site and check, but I think it's for PC and for Mac.
Mac does need antivirus or no?
Some people say no, some people say yes.
Because I heard they say it's made already inside the system and then.
That's what they say, yeah. I mean, Macs can still get viruses. Yeah. And then we'll go over Wi-Fi, which I think you probably already know everything about the Wi-Fi.
No, I don't. Because the detail is very good for me.
And then we can look at OneDrive or Google Drive if you're interested in that. So it's basically cloud storage. All right. So I'm Evan, working the Helpdesk, which is right up the hall. You know exactly where that is, room 2302. All right. We have a website with some helpful links on it. It's the Helpdesk website. We try to keep that fairly up to date. I'll probably put this presentation on there in case you want to read it later. Okay, Office 365 Student Advantage. That's the free version of Office that's available for students. Just recently, actually last week, it changed from Office 2013 to Office 2016. So anybody that previously downloaded it will get automatically upgraded to Office 2016. If you go out to that site now and download a new copy on your computer, you'll get Office 2016. Could create some problems for students that are enrolled in ITE 115 Business 226 this semester, because that book is written for Office 2013. These students are going to automatically get upgraded to 2016. There's not a huge difference between the two versions, but it could affect some of their assignments. But if you're not in either one of those classes, then you might as well go ahead and upgrade. So, and to download, or if you already have the software, it'll automatically prompt you to upgrade. You'll probably see something in the little taskbar at the bottom that says, would you like to upgrade to Office 2016? You can click it, it'll go ahead and do it for you. If you don't have the software already installed, the link to install it is there, office.vccs.edu. And to log in, let's see. To log into, to download the software, you'll need to use your student email account. So it's going to be not your my VCCS login, but your actual full email address. You'll have to have the @email.vccs.edu at the end of it, and then whatever your my CVCC password is. We get a lot of students that call it Helpdesk because they're only putting in the first part of their email address. They're not putting in the full email address. So once they do that, it'll work. If for some reason it still doesn't work, then typically resetting the password fixes the problem. We can reset the student's password, then within about 10 minutes they can log in and download the software. And these are the Microsoft applications that you'll get. You don't get to pick, you'll get all of them. Most people use Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, but you'll get all of those downloaded on your computer.
How you get out with the new version?
The new version?
Yes. How you means you receive it or
Yeah.
You are looking for that, you bring it for the school, right?
Well, as far as the new version of Office 2016, well, for the students, it'll automatically download onto their computer. You'll have to be connected to the internet, Wi-Fi or plugged into the wall. You'll have to have internet access, but
means all this new version automatically come to the school website, or you bring you?
Well, it's actually controlled by an agreement with Microsoft that all the 23 community colleges have. Yeah. So any student enrolled at any of the 23 community colleges in Virginia can go to this site and download the software. So it's not just for CVCC. If you were enrolled in any community college, you could access the software. And the software is only available while you're currently enrolled students. So once you're no longer in classes, you won't have access to it anymore.
Some of the computers in the lab, in the campus hall, some rooms, they are not up to date. And then sometimes on the corner ask if you want to update the Adobe Rob or something, and then when you say yes, asking the administration, you will then ask.
Well, that's different. If it's a college-owned computer, the we control the updates of the software on those computers.
Means you go through each one and then you update them or no? You are
We can do it over the network. We can send out a package to them over the network to install software.
Because only it's one of the room at the end is the server.
Right.
The corner of the room.
Yeah.
But none of those computers,
Well,
are
they're
updated. And then you use it takes a lot of time, to get to your stuff.
yeah, it does. I mean, we typically update the classroom computers, like the lab computers, after each semester. We don't do a lot of updates during the semester because it could affect the classes that are going on that term. We usually ask the deans or the instructors to provide us with a list of software that needs to be on the computer prior to the semester, and then we make sure it's on there, and then we leave it alone until the semester's over, and then we worry about what needs to be on there for the next semester. So we don't allow those to automatically update. This student version will automatically update. And there is a way you can disable it. We don't recommend it, but you can go into the you can go into the settings of Office, and you can turn off automatic updates. But
Normally.
yeah, there's really no point in doing that. It's good to get the latest updates. You can also have this installed on up to 5 different devices. And if you've already have it installed, when you log in, it'll tell you the name of the computer that you have a copy on, or if you have multiple computers with it on there, it'll list those. So you can put it on up to 5 computers, which is nice. All right. Any questions about that? And there is a version for Mac, so.
Yes.
There is. It should be the latest. The last I heard was Office 2016 is available for Mac.
Yeah.
Prior to that, it was Office 2011.
Already we have it on the website.
Yeah. Yeah, it's there. Once you log in, you'll see it. Yeah.
Means what's that when I log in Blackboard?
No. Once
the other side is
once you log in, once you go to this address, write it down.
Is it one? It's not the square. It's rectangular. It's a blackboard. The other one is not one of those.
It's not one of those. You're talking about. Let's see.
Okay.
You're probably talking about what you see when you log in here, like the
Yes,
icons
I
for the
mean,
different
yeah.
applications. No, it's totally different than that.
I have to go to the.
You go to that
homepage.
specific site there. Yeah.
Okay.
And
But
that's.
I can't find it on the homepage of the CVCC. No.
Oh, you will see a link to this. If you go to the Helpdesk page, like this, the Helpdesk help page, you'll see a link that says, to download Office for students. Click here, and it'll take you to an information page about it. Yep.
When I click on that link, it's going to ask me my email address and my password. And when I
Exactly.
open it, I'm going to see the new Office for the Mac.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. Just go
Antivirus
to that
for Mac
link.
too.
Right. Go to that link and put in your student email address and password, and it'll take you right there.
It's a good idea if you have an antivirus for Mac on downloading or not.
Yeah.
Is it a good idea?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, if you want Office on Mac, then it's a good idea. If you have assignments that require Microsoft Word or Excel, then yeah, I mean, you might as well download this. It's
What
free.
antivirus?
What's that?
Antivirus.
Yeah, on a Mac.
For the Mac.
Yeah.
It's not going to interrupt the system, no?
No, it won't. And I'm wondering. I don't know if. Let's see.
This is Macintosh version 2.
Yeah. See, there's the versions of Mac that is supported with this free version of antivirus. It does not. Windows 10 is not supported yet. Obviously, that doesn't affect you since you have a Mac.
My Mac version is 10.11.
10, 11. Are you sure?
The new one, the new version, just I upgraded it and then added.
You see that screenshot might be old, so what we can do, we can log in and look. Okay, so once you go into Blackboard, you'll see it right here. Yeah, it looks like the same thing. Version 12.1, 12. So do you have version 11 or?
10, it's 10.
Yes, your version might not be compatible.
That's That's the last version for the Mac, right?
Well,
You
version,
see that OS X 10.6?
yeah.
For me, it's 10.11.
Okay, well, this supports 10.7 through 10.9.
What is underneath is OS X 10.6. Yeah.
Right, well, it supports that too, 10.6 and 10, or basically 10.6 through 10.9 is what it looks like. If you have 10.11, then I guess your version's not supported. What they'll do, periodically they put a new version out there.
I have to check it out, and then
Yeah,
it's not.
if you see your version out there, yeah, then go ahead and download that. It's a good idea to have it, it's free. And actually, when you download that, you can have it forever. It doesn't check to see that you're currently enrolled student. Right. Yeah, exactly. And it's really easy. You just click download here, and it's going to bring you to a page. It's just going to download the file on your computer. It'll be an executable file, so once it's done downloading, just run the file and it will install it on your computer. So check that periodically just to see if it supports the version, the operating system version that you have. All right, so let's see. Okay, logging into a computer, when you go into a lab, do you know how to do that, to log into the computer with your username and password? Okay. You
But
just put
the class we have it is okay, they come there now today, but the other one is the old version.
Okay, yeah.
It takes a lot of time.
Yeah, but we recommend all students use their own username, directory / username and password when they log into the computer. So, but you know how to do that. Let's see, Wi-Fi. You know, we have an open wireless, and then we have a secure wireless. The open is available to anyone. They don't need a password to access it, and that's just labeled CVCC open. The other one that's the secure wireless that requires a username and password is CVCC. And to log into that, it's the same login that you would use to log into the computer. So the directory / then
You
your
mean the
username.
lock?
Yeah. Well, the CVCC one's going to be a lot faster than the open as well. We throttle the bandwidth on open just because there's so many people that use it, and they're playing a lot of games and streaming video and everything like that. So
The open one, the antenna is out on the top of the head.
well, there's multiple. Every building has several access points in it to cover the entire building. We don't really have any outside of the buildings. The access points are within the buildings, but there's enough coverage that covers the space between the
There
buildings.
is nothing top of the head beside the radar, no?
No. We don't have any coverage in the parking lots right now. I mean, you might pick up a weak signal, but we don't have any wireless antennas out there. There's a plan to cover the parking lots eventually. We're looking at buying new security camera system for the parking lots, and we might do wireless cameras. So at that point, we'll have to increase the wireless signal in the parking lots so we can install the security cameras out there. So, but right now, it's really just within the buildings, in between the buildings. But you might get a signal if you're in a lot close to the building. But in that upper parking lot, you probably won't. If you do, it'll be a very weak signal.
When you spread the Wi-Fi, school Wi-Fi around the campus, when it's free for the school, right? It's free.
The Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no.
During the
we-
night time, there is no load. Means that everybody can use it for free.
Oh yeah, free for the students. Yeah, not free for the college.
Oh,
Yeah.
the college is gonna pay, and when you
Well, no, I mean we pay a monthly fee for internet service.
depend on the user or the
No, not depending on the user.
It's a flat rate.
Depending on the speed, though. We recently, because we've had so many users on campus with mobile devices and bringing their own computers, we've increased our bandwidth to account for all that. So it costs us more. I mean, but it's a service that we need to provide. I mean, people just have more devices now. Yes, we pay for that, but we also have to pay for our wireless access points, which we just upgraded. Every 3 or 4 years, those have to be upgraded. So I mean, there's a cost to the college to provide it, but not, it's free for students to use.
when it means when you are gonna have more users, it's gonna cost you more.
Yeah, because we'll likely
Right.
need more access points, and we might need increased bandwidth as well.
And it's not efficient. It means that it's not economic.
Right. Yeah, but that's fine. I mean,
Yeah, it's for sure.
right. It doesn't come out of my pocket, but the college pays for it. So, any questions on that as far as?
What about the source of the internet? Sometimes last time I think I asked you, that you see sometimes you see the region, Virginia. Yes, sometimes you see the farm city in Virginia Beach, and then sometimes you see if you're on your movie level, you're going to see, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
How that works?
Are you talking about, like, your IP address? What do you?
Yes. Yeah, it's a where you log in.
Oh, yeah,
Where
your
you
last
log in,
one.
say, show link, but sometimes it show Farm City, Norfolk.
With our network here, we use private IP addresses rather than public IP addresses. So if you're on a device that's connected to our network, you have a private IP address, which it's harder to them to determine a location of that because it's not a public address. Basically it can be traced to our institution, but not very easily to a particular user or location, right? So it really just has to do with how the IP addresses are used. If everybody had a public IP address, it's a lot easier to track that. The public IP addresses would come through your internet service provider, but then once it gets here, we convert it to a private IP, and that's how we use to manage our IP addresses.
For the school, mostly you see the Lynchburg, Virginia. But
Yeah.
for this one, for example, sometimes you see is Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, or the Farm City, or
Is that when you're on Wi-Fi or connected through a cellular
no,
tower?
that's the movie.
Yeah, see, that's going to be totally different. We don't have any control
This
over
one
the
is
mobile.
easier to track.
Yeah, well, it's got GPS enabled.
Yeah,
or
when
it's-
you walk,
right,
if
yeah.
it on you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what the IP address says. I mean,
Yeah.
GPS is enabled on all
Even
phones
it's
now.
not,
so-
even when it's off again,
Yeah, they
it
can,
works.
right, they can still trace it, yeah.
even if when the cell phone is off again, it works. As long as the battery is on.
Right, exactly.
When you take the battery off, it's gonna be shut off.
Right, yeah, yeah. Oh, you're not trying to hide something, are you?
No, because you can't hide something because if you want to hide something, you should get rid of that. You have to cancel the phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Go with the home land phone.
Yeah, go back to an old, or get rid of your phone altogether.
I still have it. I still have it. My teacher, different app. Still, he does not use it because
Really?
he hates, for the privacy issue.
Yeah.
Because he's the old man, but still he hates this.
Yeah.
Still, he doesn't answer the phone.
Yeah.
He say, I'm gonna be off. If there's something happen, they're gonna call you. The guy is dead.
Yeah, yeah, it's hard to worry about that now.
So many people they can get updated.
Yeah.
For different reasons, probably different issues, probably personal.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's good to know.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? It's good to know.
Yeah, but yeah, as far as the cellular towers, I mean, I don't really know how they control it, but if you have GPS enabled, it doesn't really matter. They know exactly where your phone is. Alright, so OneDrive and Google Drive, do you use either of those? OneDrive or
No.
Google? No. They're basically cloud services for storage, for storing your documents. If you use OneDrive, you can create a free account. All you need is an email address to create an account, and there's the link for it there. If you go to that page, it's just going to ask you if you want a free OneDrive account. It'll give you up to 15 gigabytes of storage, which is a whole lot of documents. And then just put in an email address and a password, and it'll register that account to you. So anywhere you have internet access, you can log into your OneDrive account and you can access your documents. So it's nice. It's better than carrying around a flash drive. If you have your documents on a OneDrive account, then you can access that from anywhere. If you have a flash drive, you might be concerned with losing it or forgetting it. And then Google Drive works pretty much the same way. You can store documents there. You can store, Microsoft Office documents in Google Drive. If you don't have a version of Microsoft Office and you want to create, a Word document or a spreadsheet or a PowerPoint slide, Google actually has their own software for creating this. It's basically Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides. And you can create some basic documents, spreadsheets, and PowerPoint presentations. And, most of your instructors are probably not going to recognize those for the assignments. They probably want you to submit it as an actual Microsoft Word document or an Excel. But if you don't want to use Microsoft for whatever reason, Google has an alternative with limited functionality. And students have a Google Drive using their student email account. So
How much is it?
is it safe? Yeah, until somebody gets your password. I mean, I wouldn't be really concerned about the information getting hacked.
Except As long as you don't use if you don't lose the internet and you have the internet and then you don't lose your password, it's a safe place to save your document.
Yeah, oh yeah, I save stuff there, yeah. I mean,
Your paper is gonna be, nobody can get to your paper to cheat on your paper.
No, nobody's gonna get it without your username and password. So, I mean, the best thing to do is just have a really strong password and change it, you know.
Even Google people in California.
Well, they might, I don't think they'll
Yeah.
be interested. I mean, they have access. I don't think they care about your schoolwork.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, some Google administrator, I'm sure, could access
Read
everybody's.
everything.
Yeah.
All your research, you're gonna come up something, you know. That's the point, you know. You
Yeah.
don't feel safe, right? You come up with a website, you know, some new idea, and then just you find out in California they have it already there, right? Because only you know you save that on the,
It's possible.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, that could happen. But then you could save it on a flash drive and flush it down the toilet and you
Yeah,
lose it too. So.
but because this happened one time at Memorial University, the guys they did the same thing. British Columbia University.
Yeah.
You know, they do.
Yeah, I've heard stories of that. Usually it's not somebody at the corporate headquarters, it's usually that somebody else got into the account by using the person's username and password, that they stole the information. So, you know, just have a password that's hard to guess. So,
But mostly, in your opinion, the best place is your laptop and your USB, right? If there is something sensitive, you know, you don't want to, you know, let
not
people just
necessarily. I mean, it depends on what it is. I mean, the problem is if you're only keeping it on your laptop or on a USB drive, if those get stolen or broken, then you've lost it. I mean, the good thing with this cloud storage is that, you know, the information's backed up. It's always going to be there, so you don't really have to worry about anything breaking, you know.
The best place is this, if you trust.
Yeah, I would, it'd probably be good to have copies in multiple places. That's usually what I tell the students in my class is that, you know, if you want to use a flash drive, that's fine, but I would also back it up, you know, on cloud storage as well. So in case you lose your flash drive, you still have a copy and backup of your files. So, you know, it's a good service, you know, because your flash drive, somebody can steal that, and those aren't even password protected. You know?
This one is more safe than your email, even if you save it on
Yeah,
your email.
email's not secure at all. I wouldn't really send stuff through email. So, this is actually a better method. You can put documents here, then you can share them with specific people. So if one of your friends had a Google Drive account, you could upload a document to yours and you can share it with him just by putting in his email address. Then he'll get an email saying that you've shared a document with him and he can click on it and open it up. Then he can make changes to it and then you still have access to it as well. So
Save it there at the beginning.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, it's made for collaboration, you know, whether you use it yourself or if you want to share documents with other people, it'll do that. Microsoft OneDrive does the same thing. You can share documents. Yeah, I mean, they're safe, you know. We use them. I mean, but a lot of the people that work here are using either Google Drive or OneDrive to store work documents. And the idea is to get away from storing stuff locally, because if you store it here, you know, you have to back up the data. There's a lot of time and resources spent, or we can store it in the cloud and let somebody else kind of manage it for us.
And the research institute, mostly they have their own, not Google, they have their own,
Probably have their own database. Yeah.
they save it on the same database and then.
Most likely, I don't know. You know, not everybody uses cloud storage, but more and more companies are, because it's easier to share documents that way.
And more safe.
Yeah, but it just depends on, you know, I would think, you know, companies that are dealing with highly sensitive data like, you know, Ariva or BWXT, I mean, they're not sharing their stuff on the public internet. They have their own private networks for that, so. But, yeah, but I mean, most of us don't have access to have our own private secure network, so our only alternative is something like Google Drive or OneDrive. Or your laptop or flash drive, you know, it's whatever you feel safe with. All right, so let's see what else we have. I think that's it. Yeah. Questions? I know you've got some.
This time of what? I know you raised your office sometime.
So you know how to download Office now, right?
Yes.